Becca has laid out the judge's ruling. The question is, how does this impact the case moving forward? Joining us here live in studio to discuss, we have criminal defense attorney, civil rights attorney, and trial attorney, Jamara Edwards-Shipp joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being with us. So we just got that breaking development, something that you and I had been discussing that we anticipated, which is Nathan Wade has resigned. Fani Willis has accepted the resignation. We have right here the letters from each of them detailing that. I mean, this was not a surprise to you.
No, it wasn't a surprise to me because, again, if she didn't have him resign, then she was going to have to give this case to the prosecuting attorneys council of Georgia, and that was going to take however long before they find somebody else who can try this case. So knowing that District Attorney Willis wanted to advance the interests of justice, it was easier for her to just ask for his resignation.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. You know, I wondered if he might just kind of wait to be removed from the case, because that would be an option that she would proactively remove him from the case. But he decided to kind of, or maybe they decided together that they were going to go this route. Maybe it saves face for him.
Right. So if you read the ruling that Judge McAfee came out with, he says that this office has not tried to delay the case in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So again, them moving forward quickly, going ahead, getting him out of the case, it shows that this office is ready to prosecute this case pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And so sticking with this theme of the timeline here, we can expect appeals, but there's some kind of limitation on that. What I understand is that to file an appeal, each side actually has to file an application within 10 days, and then they can appeal. And we've already got indications from Mr. Trump's attorney that they do plan to appeal.
Yes, there is a whole process for them to get the appeal. First, they have to get a certificate of immediate review from the judge, and then they can file their appeal. And then once that happens, it just prolongs the case a little bit longer. But again, it is a process. It is not going to be something that is going to happen overnight, and we might not see this case go to trial this year.
Well, so that's the next question. If the idea really was to delay and not have it interfere with the election, it sounds like it was successful, because it's not likely it's going to go to trial before then.
That's correct. This has been, one of the things that President Trump has done in many of his cases is to try and delay it as much as he can before Election Day or until after Election Day. And I think that this worked out. They didn't get what they wanted as far as getting the case dismissed, but they did succeed in getting this case delayed.
Yeah, and of course, just kind of backtracking a little bit, if you haven't been following the developments, essentially what it boils down to is a little bit of a split decision, because what Mr. Trump and his co-defendants asked for was, well, really everything. They wanted all 41 charges dropped. They wanted Miss Willis, Mr. Wade, all the prosecutors off the case. Well, they thought that it shouldn't be a case to begin with. In fact, the language from Mr. Steve Sadow, the attorney for Mr. Trump here in Georgia, his lead attorney here in Georgia, is, we will use all legal options available as we continue to fight to end this case, which never should have been brought in the first place. What they got is, at least they got the removal of Mr. Wade, and they got 6 charges dropped earlier this week. But it could have been much worse for Miss Willis. It
could have been much worse, regardless of how somebody may feel about what the actual motion was, the substance of the motion. A good thing to be a defense attorney is to ask for the world, and if you get half of that, hey, you walked away with half of the world. So they asked for a lot, they got half of that, so they're still good, and they're still pretty successful.
So on Miss Willis's side, she gets to keep the case, she gets to remain as the lead prosecutor in this case. But, she's still got some other repercussions here. We do know that a House committee who is investigating her and subpoenaed documents from her threatened to hold her in contempt, for instance. And there's some investigations on the local level as well, right?
That is correct. One of the statements in the order was maybe the voters of Fulton County need to decide how to move forward with District Attorney Willis. Regardless of how one may feel about the person who said that they were going to subpoena her for the House committee, it does still sit out there. It could be one of those issues that she could face contempt for if they find her in contempt of Congress.
And we do know that there's already another local attorney who has announced running for her spot, and she's being challenged in that way as well, just from all these. So it's certainly a bruise for her.
Yes, it certainly is. Last count, I think there were 2 other attorneys that are running against her. So yeah, it's definitely taken its toll against her office, but it remains to be seen how she's going to move forward in prosecuting this case with this kind of cloud over it.
Well, last question before we have to move on to some other stories. So now, obviously, this case will go forward with Ms. Willis as the lead prosecuting attorney here. But my question is, could this come back to kind of haunt Judge McAfee down the road? Could, even if there is a successful prosecution and conviction, could then there be a successful appeal?
There could be a successful appeal just based on the fact that as a defense attorney, I've seen some things that have happened and you're just like, okay, that is a new way to look at this. I think what he tried to do is look at the law and look at what the current law is and try to make an informed decision. And I think he did pretty well on that. So I commend him for that.
Well, thank you so much. A criminal defense, civil rights and trial attorney, Jamara Edwards-Shipp, joining us live in studio with analysis. If you want to get all the latest developments, you can scan the QR code, which we're going to pop up on your screen for you. You can download our free Atlanta News First app. And that way you can get updates sent right to your phone, not only on this, but all of our top stories and your forecast as well.